For this tutorial, I'm using Hostinger. They have a one-click Docker template specifically for OpenClaw. No command line, no config files, just click deploy, and it works. It also comes with built-in security, firewall rules, Docker isolation, and if you get stuck, there's an AI assistant in the dashboard that can help you troubleshoot. All right, let's set it up. Use the link on screen or in the description below. That'll take you to Hostinger's OpenClaw page and auto-apply a 10% discount. When you land on this page, go ahead and click Deploy. That takes you to your cart. You can see OpenClaw is already selected for auto-deploy. Now, first things first, select your billing period. 24 months gives you the best rate. It works out to just a few bucks per month for a server running 24/7. Now, one recommendation, turn on daily auto backups. OpenClaw is powerful and it can actually make changes to your server configuration on its own. If anything ever goes sideways, backups let you roll back to a stable version, which is worth a peace of mind. At the bottom, you can choose a server location. Hostinger auto-selects the lowest latency region for you, but you can change it if you prefer a specific location. You'll see in the order summary at the upper right that the coupon code is already applied. That's the discount from my link. When everything looks good, click Continue. Next, create an account with Google or email. After that, you'll land on the checkout page. Go ahead and add your payment details and complete the purchase. After payment, you'll land on the OpenClaw configuration screen. There are 4 fields here. The first one, OpenClaw Gateway Token, is auto-generated for you. This is important. Click the eye icon to reveal it, then copy it and save it somewhere secure. You'll need this to log in. And don't share this with anyone. This is basically a password for your OpenClaw. The other 2 fields are for API keys, Anthropic and OpenAI. You need at least one of these to give OpenClaw a brain. I'm going to use Anthropic, so let's grab that key. Open a new tab and go to platform.claude.com. For simplicity, I've left a link in the description below if you just want to click on it. Next, create an account or sign in. I'll use my Google account. If you're just signing up for the first time, you'll need to go through a short onboarding process providing some personal information. Once you're all logged in, you'll land on this page here. Now, before you can create an API key, you need to add credits. Either click Buy Credits at the upper middle or go to Billing in the menu and add at least $5. This is what pays for the AI. OpenClaw uses Claude under the hood and you pay per use. Now, this is pay as you go. Every time OpenClaw thinks, responds, or takes action, it uses a little bit of credit. For most people, that's a few dollars per month, but if you set up automations that run constantly or if something gets stuck in a loop, it can add up fast. There are stories of people waking up to unexpected bills because an agent ran all night trying to fix something it couldn't fix. So start small. Keep an eye on your usage in the Anthropic dashboard. Once you understand how much your workflows cost, you can scale up from there. All right, once credits are added, go ahead and click to get an API key. Name it something like OpenClaw. And click Create API Key. You'll get a pop-up that displays your API key. Now again, this is like a password, so don't share it with anyone. And they won't show you this ever again, so make sure to store it somewhere safe. Go ahead and just click the copy button to copy it to your clipboard. Then go back to your Hostinger tab and paste the key in to the Anthropic API key field. Now click Deploy. You'll be presented with a survey, but you can just scroll down to the bottom and click Skip. Now here you can see you're on the projects page within your Docker manager in the Hostinger dashboard. And there's a spinning indicator up at the top right that shows your project is being deployed. This can take a couple of minutes. So I'll go ahead and fast forward to when it's done. Okay, after a few minutes, we have a green check mark and it says that it's running. To access the OpenClaw web interface, click on the purple port number link in the bottom left. Now, if you see a screen like this prompting you to add your OpenClaw gateway token, go ahead and paste it in and follow the prompts. If not, I'll show you how to add your gateway token manually. This is your OpenClaw dashboard. Now, before we can do anything with it, we need to finish setting it up. Click into Overview under Control on the left side panel. The first thing it wants is your gateway token. That's the one we saved earlier. Paste it in and click Connect. You should see Connected in the status on the right side under Snapshot. All right, we're in. Now that we're connected, let's talk to our bot and see what happens. Click back to the chat using the menu on the left side, and then send a message. I'll just say, hello, and then send. When you deploy a fresh OpenClaw instance like the one we have here, it comes with a bootstrap file installed, basically meaning it's going to ask you a bunch of questions when you first message it to get the context of who you are, who it is, and what the purpose of working together is. So if it asks you all these questions, go ahead and just answer them and complete the onboarding process with it. So for example, it says, who am I? I'll say, you are Hex, I am Matt, and I'll send a message. It responds, it says it likes its name. It says, what's the vibe here? Am I buttoned up? Have more personality? So you can give your bot a personality. Let's just say you are a helpful robot. And it asks about a time zone. So I'll say US Central Time. And just like that, it knows who I am and who it is. The context is saved to the files on the server, and it'll remember this in every future conversation. Now, it says before it deletes the bootstrap file, it asks if we want to run a health check and if we want to communicate on any other channels. So I recommend going ahead and doing the health check, and we'll set up new channels in a minute. So let's say yes to the health check and click send. After a second, you can see it did some initial checks, but then it asks a question at the bottom for me here saying, can I run some read-only checks to see what we're working with? So let's say, yep, go for it. So here I've got a message saying that it ran a check, it figured out what its environment is, and it can check a few more things, and it's just asking some additional questions.